Today's UK budget announcement has set the stage for a dramatic clash between Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Chancellor Rachel Reeves. With taxes expected to rise, the anticipated budget speech from Reeves was met with lukewarm reactions, quickly overshadowed by Sunak's fiery response. The Prime Minister seized the moment to deliver a sharp critique, accusing Reeves and Labour leader Keir Starmer of misleading the public on the country's fiscal direction. In this video, we'll break down the day's top updates and political reactions, exploring the implications of the budget across the UK. So, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Join our growing community as we unpack this evolving political drama.
As the Independent Institute of Fiscal Studies have said, this is a straightforward breach of their manifesto. Because as the OBR have made clear, this tax rise is passed through entirely to working people. Even since she started speaking, the IFS have already confirmed that the vast majority of this tax increase will hit working people through lower pay. But you don't need to take it from the IFS or even the OBR. You can take it from the Chancellor herself. She has previously described her tax rise as a jobs tax, which takes money out of people's pockets. And not only that, Madam Deputy Speaker, the Chancellor also said the problem with national insurance is that it is a tax purely on people who go to work and those who employ them. So far from protecting working people, she is literally raising the only major tax that exclusively hits working people. But it doesn't stop there. Businesses on the British high street, your taxes are going up. Businesses investing in British energy, your taxes are going up. The small business owner looking to reap the rewards of years spent growing a business and creating jobs, your taxes are going up. The young couple saving to buy their first home, their taxes are going up. To the family wanting to pass on their farm or their business to their children, your taxes are going up. The parents sacrificing to give their kids the best start in life, your taxes are going up. They're taxing your job, they're taxing your business, they're taxing your home, they're taxing your savings. I said it during the election campaign, you name it, they will tax it, and that is exactly what they have done. Broken promise after broken promise, and working people paying the price. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, from the final time, from this dispatch box, let me deliver.
Well, he's wiped the floor with Rachel.
Let me deliver some basic truths. Government can foster growth, but it can't magically conjure it up. We need businesses, workers, investors and entrepreneurs to all back this country and build our economy. It doesn't matter whether your income comes in a pay packet from investments in dividends or profits. It is a poor politics that is so focused on what people receive that it fails to see that what matters is what people put in. Yeah. The only way to grow the economy and to create wealth is for people to put in more. So when you create a negative environment for business, when you undermine confidence in our country, when you vilify and penalise people for doing exactly what we need them to do, which is to invest, take risks and work hard, you don't create growth, you hold back growth. But time and again, we have seen the same ending. Not higher growth, but higher debt, higher inflation and higher taxes. But Madam Deputy Speaker, whatever you think about the economic arguments around today's budget, there is a more fundamental point that I want to conclude with. The Prime Minister has talked relentlessly about trust. Yet today's budget reveals, above all, that the Labour Party... Today's budget reveals, above all, that the Labour Party did not tell the truth. They said they wouldn't fiddle the figures. They have. They said they wouldn't increase borrowing. They have. They said they wouldn't raise taxes on working people. They have. broken promise after broken promise, and it is the working people of this country that will pay the price.
According to the Independent Institute of Fiscal Studies, this recent tax hike is a blatant violation of the governing party's manifesto promises. The Office for Budget Responsibility has corroborated this assessment, indicating that the brunt of this new tax burden will be borne by working individuals, potentially impacting wages across the board. Ironically, even the Chancellor himself has previously labelled this policy as a jobs tax, which he argued would take money directly from the pockets of both workers and employers. This stance starkly contradicts claims that the government is committed to safeguarding working families from financial strain. The reach of this tax increase extends far beyond typical high-income brackets, affecting businesses of all sizes, high street retailers, energy investors, and even first-time home buyers. It casts a wide net, impacting small business owners trying to stay afloat, young couples diligently saving for their first home, and families who hope to pass down their farms or small businesses. The impact on these groups has sparked widespread concern, as many believe that the tax hikes threaten not only individual livelihoods but also the broader stability of the economy. By targeting so many corners of society, the policy has drawn criticism from those who feel it undermines the very sectors that drive economic growth and stability. For those struggling to manage rising costs, the additional tax burden adds further strain, challenging the government's commitment to levelling up opportunities for all. The critique levelled at the government is unequivocal. By raising taxes on jobs, businesses, homes, and savings, it has burdened working people with broken promises. Despite reassurances made during the election, taxes have continued to climb, deepening frustration among voters. Former Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, in his sharp response, reminded the government of a few economic fundamentals. Economic growth, he argued, isn't a result of government intervention alone. It depends on the initiative and hard work of businesses, employees, investors, and entrepreneurs who are willing to invest, take risks, and put in the effort to build the economy. According to Sunak, the current budget's tax increases will discourage this essential investment, setting back economic progress rather than advancing it. The outcome, he warned, could be grim: higher debt, inflation, and further tax increases, all without the accompanying growth needed to sustain long-term prosperity. But today's budget introduced more than just economic concerns. It has cast doubt on the government's integrity. While the Prime Minister spoke of rebuilding trust, Sunak insisted that Labour has already compromised that trust, backtracking on promises not to manipulate fiscal projections, escalate borrowing, or raise taxes on working people. Each reversal, he argued, adds to the mounting burden borne by the working class, who now face the consequences of policies that were meant to support them. For Sunak, the budget's implications are clear. Without honouring commitments and fostering a climate that supports rather than stifles growth, the government risks both economic stagnation and a loss of public confidence. As the public absorbs these latest developments, the question of trust looms larger than ever, with many left wondering if the government can deliver on its vision for the country's future. A fire erupted at the BAE Systems Barrow-in-Furness shipyard in Cumbria, prompting a swift response from emergency services. 2 individuals were hospitalized with suspected smoke inhalation, though authorities have reassured the public that there is no nuclear risk from the incident. As a precaution, residents in the vicinity are advised to stay indoors and keep their doors and windows closed to avoid potential smoke exposure while responders continue their efforts to contain the fire. The Shipyard, an essential facility for Britain's defence sector, houses both the Astute-class submarines and components of the Dreadnought programme, underscoring the significance of the site. Flames were visible on social media, with footage showing fire emerging from the Devonshire Dock Hall building, a notable structure within the shipyard complex. The nearby Michelson Bridge has been temporarily closed as part of the safety measures, and officials are working to restore safety in the area. As the investigation continues, Updates from BAE Systems and local authorities are expected, keeping the community informed on any further precautions or developments related to the incident. What are your thoughts on today's topics? We'd love to hear your perspective in the comments below. Your engagement drives the important conversations we aim to highlight and helps us bring attention to stories that often go underreported. Thank you for your continued support. We're thrilled to be approaching our 1,000 subscriber milestone, and your participation makes a huge difference in helping us reach new audiences. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe for the latest updates and insights on British politics and society. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.